All right, this workout has 3 sections with a bonus section if you have the time and the energy. So for the first section, you have 4 rounds of crawl with dumbbells, diamond push-ups, deadlift, and lunge to curl. And you're doing 40 seconds of work with 20 seconds between each thing. So that should take about 16 minutes to complete the first section. The second section is also 4 rounds. You're doing 15 sit-ups with around the world arms, 30 seconds of marching L-sit, 15 burpees, and I provided a couple different variations, 12 bicep curl to strict press. And then the C section, you have 3 rounds, not 4. And you're doing 10 per side of the elevated pistols, so using a box or whatever you use for your step-ups. And if those pistols feel like they're too hard or it's just not safe for you, I provided an alternative, which is leg abduction. And then you have 10 side planks with lateral arm raise, 10 per side that is, and then 12 reverse flies and 10 chair body rows. And then the D section, if you have the time, is to do 3 rounds of a couplet. So you have 20 lunge jumps, or you could do lunges if jumps are not good for you, and 15 V-ups. So you'll do 3 rounds back and forth between those 2 movements. Good luck and have fun. When you're doing the crawl, just make sure that your arms are staying straight as you walk forward, and you want to be in counter opposition, so right arm, left knee, left arm, right knee, etc. In the diamond push-ups, you're trying to get that big range of motion where your chest touches your hands. If you need to be on your knees to get that, make sure you're on your knees. In the deadlift, my dog is in the way. Keep your palms facing in towards your feet and make sure that the dumbbells are in line with the middle of your shoe. Don't reach in front of the foot because it puts stress on your back. Lunge to curl, pretty straightforward. You're going to step back, make sure you have 2 90-degree angles in both of those knee bends, and you're in the hammer curl position, so your palms are facing in rather than up. Around the world, arms sit up. You want to keep your palms up as you go around. You do want to keep your knuckles as close to the ground as possible when you're down, because that's encouraging your mobility at the same time as strength. The L-sit marching, you just want to elevate yourself on a couple of books or yoga blocks or dumbbells, and you want to make sure that your hips are behind your hands. This is the most important piece of that. Then burpees, I'm demonstrating 3 different versions. The full version where you go all the way down and you come up with a jump. The type where you step back, drop to your knees, do a push-up, and then jump in, either with or without a jump. And then the last version is where you step back to a plank and then step in and stand up. You could add the jump to it, or you could add a squat to it if you want to use more energy but avoid using your back. Bicep curl to press, pretty straightforward. Just make sure that your elbows are on your obliques. If you let your elbows go past your torso, you're going to catch momentum and it will no longer be a bicep focused exercise. All right, the elevated pistol looks like this. If it feels unsafe or too stressful or just not in the cards for you right now, I'm going to demonstrate an alternative for this, which is the leg abduction. So you want to try to elevate the leg to the same height or above your hips and try to slow down the speed that your leg wants to come down, because the longer your leg is up, the more muscle activation there is. Okay, now we're on the plank with lateral arm raise. So you're in a plank and you're lifting your arms out to the side. Try not to let your hips move around too much in that. And then bent over reverse fly. Try and make sure that the base of your head and your hips are almost at the same height. and that you're squeezing your shoulder blades at the top of the movement. And chair body rows. How effective or how hard this feels probably depends a little bit on the height of the legs on your chair. You could also just come to the top and hold for 30 seconds instead of doing these repeated pull and let go. And then this is the bonus section. You're going to do either 20 lunge jumps or 20 lunges. If you're going to do the lunges, you might want to add weight, up to you. And followed by the 20 lunge jumps or lunges, you have 15 V-ups.